and
hell
walk.
nah.
Oh yeah.
No, that's why everyone just be posted by the interest because they don't got that off-roaders.
That's smart. That's smart. We gotta definitely do that.
Yeah. Now, guys, I don't want to dampen the pod, but we do need to get serious as far as a big RIP to Takeoff.
Yeah.
That is a bummer. Matter of fact, very sad news. The Takeoff shit that hit me like a ton of bricks, bro. That was really off guard. It's always off guard when something like that happens. What day of the week was it? Was it a Wednesday, Tuesday?
I really don't
Let's
know
say
the day,
Tuesday.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. Either way, y'all have probably heard the news. Takeoff was unfortunately slain in Houston during a dice game that got out of hand. Some people are saying it was friendly fire. Akademiks did a whole breakdown. Akademiks went full detective mode.
Yeah.
And people have something to say about that, which is interesting. Oh, I thought that was Melvin for some reason.
Oh, no. I'm serious about that clap. Good job.
Yeah, okay, good. I want to get into that after. But first, just honestly, big RIP. I mean, I get, obviously, I feel like it's easy to become desensitized because we've seen so many rappers pass. Like, PNB was last month. Someone else was month before that. Young and Ace died this year. Like, there's just been so many deaths. But, I mean, I just feel like you got to give respect, like, for what the Migos have meant. And we all were watching the Migos. Who said I left out Bad and Bougie? You said I left out, like, come on, bro. Like, they have so many iconic culture moments. And they really have been the culture for a long time. So it just sucks, bro. It's a bummer. I don't know how to feel sometimes because, like, I feel you were talking about, like, how your day kind of goes on the same. And because it's different from, like, you know, when it doesn't matter. Point is, what were you about to say?
Because it's like, once I found out, it's like, I don't have, like, an initial reaction. But once you hear more about the story and how he's, like, the innocent bystander, it wasn't supposed to go down like that. And it's like, bro, that's where it sucks because it's like, I bet this wasn't planned. It's not like you were beefing with anybody. Yeah, and then that happens, and it's cool to learn so much about the person after they pass away, and it's sad, you know, because there's so many things I didn't know. I did not know Takeoff was Quavo's nephew.
Oh, wow.
I think
you don't listen to rap, though. That's why.
Yeah. What? Well, it's like I just consume the art. And it's like, you know, you don't take time to get to know people. Like, for example, the ones that truly hurt is because you take the time to get to know them. Like, when Kobe passes away, that one hit me. I had to go sit down and sit in the car alone and maybe drink a brew or some shit.
Yeah.
But especially when it's an artist that maybe I'm not, like, that deep into their life story,
right?
It doesn't hit me as hard, but until like some other people will explain certain like tell me more about it. Like a homie was telling me how it was Takeoff's idea to start the Migos. And the rapping in threes. I don't know how credible it is, but it's something like, you know, the
triplet.
The triplets.
A lot of people wasn't doing it at the time that they started it, and they made it like a more mainstream sound. But it's rapping and triplets been there though. But when I first heard the news, I almost didn't believe it. I thought it was like some bullshit. I was like, what? Takeoff? Like, you know, that's one of the higher level, you know what I'm saying, dudes who's supposed to always be around.
And they was tapped in with Jay Prince, bro. You're supposed to be mad safe when you rolling with the mob.
And that's really what made me sad, is like really hearing how the story unfolded. Because it wasn't like, okay, so they weren't in the hood per se, but they were around hood people. So it's like, damn, that's sad. Like, you know what I mean? You're out in Houston, you don't have your security. Usually 9 times out of 10, you have your security, and you're out there, and that's sad. You feel me? You're supposed to be secured by the people you're there with, which is Jay Prince and his crew. And it ends up being either one of them or one of your own guys. Like, that's sad. You know what I mean? Like, you weren't even the one arguing. Like, it was Quavo type shit, you know? Quavo gets sucker punched, but you end up getting killed. Like, all of that. And then the fact that Takeoff was really the most chill dude, like, probably ever. You know what I mean? Like, he never was beefing with nobody. Like, it's like, damn, bro. Like, all that just hurts. Like,
and so many people got good things to say about him, bro. Like, Wack was saying that it was his favorite Migo and how he just done so much and how he was just such a team player to them. But apparently, honestly, I didn't watch his last Drink Champs interview, but they were saying he was about to really unload. Like, a lot of people were saying, bro, he had so much more he was going to do that people hadn't seen yet. So that's a real bummer. Hopefully, you know, we'll be able to enjoy some of that work. I mean, I'm sure he has a lot cooped off somewhere that we can still be able to enjoy and just kind of celebrate him.
Have they caught the killer?
They going to.
Yeah, they should.
Akademiks done already did the whole thing. How you feel about that? All right, how you feel about that? He had a whole live stream breaking down every single angle, sees one dude's face. He's like, put on the Instagram up. Chat, find his Instagram right now. He going up and pulling up the Instagrams of everybody, showing all the different angles. He's saying, look at this
Showing
foot.
the
See how his foot
stories.
changes right there? So he's turning this way.
Yep.
He was breaking down every single detail and really investigating, and actually got to a conclusion of this is the guy that did it.
I thought it was beautiful. You know what I mean? I thought it was him using his platform in the best way that he could. And then the clips that I saw, like I started, like when I first saw that Ak was on the case, I was like, or I read like a comment. It was like, oh, Ak already solved it. I was like, oh, I got to find this.
Right.
So when I started watching the videos from there, and he already had like 2 or 3 streams actually. It was a lot of streams. He had different outfits on and shit. And when I first started watching him, it didn't seem like he was mad, right? Because he was just so determined to figure out what the fuck was going on. Like, it wasn't until like maybe like 2 or 3 hours, let's say, into like one of the other streams, he started getting emotional. And he started getting emotional when he was like, no, don't tell me that was Quavo. Like, that was Quavo's brother that shot him. Don't tell me that was like one of their guys that shot him. And you could see him really like slowing down. He had to take a pause. He's breathing. And this is like already after he had already been working up to get to that point. And I was like, this is the best way that was the best light I've ever seen Akademiks in. Because I'm just like, bro, like a lot of times, you know, you hear some rap shit, you go report on it, you make some money off of it. You could tell it really hurt him. He was like, nah, fuck that. He's like, that ass was like, chat, find that. Oh, her, the girl with the devil horns, find her. any slight hat, S symbol on it, who got the satchel, he was on every single detail, bro. And I was like, this is what we need. You know, this is the honesty that we need from everybody. And he had a point. He had a rant. He was like, bro, a lot of y'all niggas are hypocrites. Like, y'all pick and choose who y'all want to care about when they die. Like, do y'all want to be for justice or do y'all want to be for chaos? Like, which one is it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it was just great point.
What you think about the people saying he on Fed
like
time doing that?
Bro, that shit's so whack because it's like all this stuff is on the internet.
Right.
All this stuff is being recorded. All these people posted stories. All these people where you saw everybody gathering together and everybody has cell phones.
Right.
We're in a completely different age.
Right.
Like if you see Tupac and Biggie get shot, were there camera phones back then? So it's like you're not going to be able to figure out those types of cases without the power of the internet. And people calling him a snitch, bro, it's right in front of you.
Yeah, so you think, like, what do you think the feds are doing? Like, the actual police. Like, are you guys stupid? This motherfucker Akademiks did what all of us could have done if we just really took the time. What do you think the police, whose actual job it is to stop crime and fight? And it's on their heads now, too, bro. It's a public-ass thing like this in a public space around hella females and hella people that weren't street people. Exactly. They're obviously going to be filming, bro. You can't do no shit like that around people that aren't with that type of activity. Of course it's going to be put everywhere, bro. You're on camera walking away. Everyone's on camera in that room. Bro, you need to worry about the police. If Akademiks did this, that means the police probably did that.
Yeah.
Right? How do you solve a crime from your bedroom, probably with no shorts on? Just on the internet. Like, yeah, that's not fed, bro. It's not like he went out of his way to go outside, really start investigating shit.
Yeah. If he was truly fed, he'd probably get the cameras from the place that it happened.
And that's what the actual police have, you dumbass motherfuckers on the internet.
He's literally utilizing the tools that every single one of us have.
Yeah.
And people are getting upset at him for that. People are calling him a snitch or a fed. This is an icon that died.
Exactly.
Right? So wouldn't you guys want to know who the killer is instead of being quiet about it?
If y'all saying RIP and then calling Ak a Fed, why don't you get a stick and go to Houston and start looking, bro? Because like if you say you feel bad that this dude just got killed unnecessarily, then the dude that's saying, all right, we gonna find the motherfucker who did this shit, so that y'all can either get back or get the police on him, whatever, either one. And now y'all say, oh, you fed, man, you shouldn't have done that. Then fine, you go get a stick and get your little street justice on, since you're so invested, Mr. Internet Keyboard bitch.
Yeah. I mean, this is the best because we condemn Ak for, the whole Chirac thing, but this is him using the platform.
He wasn't making no jokes.
Way. So, yeah,
he wasn't giving no nicknames. He wasn't saying Mr. Grim Reaper. Yeah. None of that shit. He didn't give dude a nickname except for White Hat when he was trying to figure that shit out. But props to Ak, man. I think only the lesser-minded people are having an issue with that.
He went like so into detail. He even he was looking at Quavo's shoes. He was looking at the other person's
angle of the shoes, like, where he's facing.
Did he get punched? Is he punching? Like these are questions that people have. Like all of us had. And we're getting upset at the guy that gave us the answers.
Right.
Or you know what? I never looked at the video that closely, of course, until watching him break it down that closely. You watch the video, happens so fast, you're like, oh, man, that's sad.
Because I wasn't even trying to.
He's taking it frame by frame. You know what I mean? Like, no, it was crazy. I was like, okay, I'm glad he did it. Because I for sure
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't have solved it.
I
wasn't even thinking about it. And I'm glad he did it because I'm thinking like how a detective, because he was on detective mode. He was full on detective mode. I was like, damn, okay. Like, that was cool.
Props to Ak. He did that shit. But what was so now that obviously this unfortunate situation, you think Offset and Quavo were ever rekindled?
I think so for sure. This got to bring them together.
I'd hope so. My only thing is, like, the things they were beefing over, like Quavo did allude to Offset smashing on Saweetie. So I don't know, like a family member smashing on your ex, it might still linger. Like, it's kind of hard. Yeah. I get that there's that now this happened, you'd hope they come together. And I hope so too, but that's the only thing. I could see you saying, like, I doesn't mean I trust you just because we both lost someone we care about.
You just said it. I was gonna just go into the aspect of trust. It's just like
that's the thing.
Like, yeah, trust could be built up again, but it's still gonna be in the back of your head, you know. Yeah. But I hope for real, because this is something I feel like they need each other, especially like especially with like Quavo being there and being the guy that's like, oh, he's the one who got into the argument. Like, imagine what the fuck he's going through.
Bro, and he's going through hell right now.
You know Offset got to reach out.
Bro, and it's so nasty. I seen on Snapchat the day he passed, who's to blame for Takeoff? And then they have the picture of Quavo and stuff. Like, bro, y'all so nasty. Like, people like that, it's like they're like soulless. Like, who's the person that's really editing that thumbnail and making the title and saying, yeah, let that title fly? Bro, it's the same day. Motherfuckers is nasty, bro. Really soulless individuals. Huh?
Did you click on it?
Nah.
Oh, okay,
nah.
Okay.
I wasn't even in the mood for that shit. Cause because also with Snapchat, they're not actually showing you shit.
Yeah,
they just do that clickbaity shit. Nah, I didn't even click on it. I felt weird. I mean, I'll be honest. I watched the video of Quavo over Takeoff, and even that I thought, like, it's just nasty that this video is out, but everyone's gonna watch it. I watched it once.
You can't blame the people for
I blame the people
recording.
Oh, you don't blame them for recording?
Because think about it. We all have the fucking phones. It's not like a conglomerate of people. Somebody is gonna get the video out there. I know it's not right to have somebody dying that's recorded, but I feel like
why do you not have any issue with the people recording it then? If you feel like you just said it's wrong.
I just feel like you can't get super mad at the people for recording because they have the tool to do it, and it's like
So if someone shoots you, you shouldn't be mad at them for shooting you because they have the tool to do it. Like, that's it. I feel like it is definitely a morality issue when I get before the lead up, but when you see a guy laying dead on the ground bleeding, isn't that what we're talking about? That's what we're talking about. That video, you pulling out your phone. Yeah, everyone has the tool to do it, but you are taking the phone out of your pocket saying, let me capture this so I can send it to someone, get my little 15 seconds off when no one even cares who recorded it. That shit is nasty to me. Personally, I think that shit is foul.
I think if you're recording beforehand and then the shit goes off, I mean, that's fine. You were recording beforehand, shit goes off. But like if you see a dead body over there and you record it,
and then you start it,
okay, and I think the issue is the predatory nature of, oh, I'm gonna do that and then sell it to TMZ immediately.
Exactly.
And then the day he died, you see him laying on the ground. Like, that's the part that's bad. Like, and it's like, okay, the back to the blame part, right? It's like, oh, who do you blame? You blame the shooter. Like, same thing with PNB. It's like, oh, PNB walking around, you blame PNB because he had the chain on. That's a dumb move.
You can't blame
where he's at. It's not the smartest thing. But what about the motherfucker that pulled the trigger? Like,
ultimately,
we can't forget that somebody pulled the trigger and took another life. Like, you want to blame Jay Prince? You could probably say I have an argument for that. But the person who shot him is the person who killed him. Like what are we talking about? Blame him because he took a life, regardless. Yeah. Like, that shit's crazy. You can't blame Quavo. He didn't shoot nobody.
Yeah,
and Quavo, that's the thing. People were saying, oh, Quavo started getting his pockets broke, got an attitude with the wrong one and whatever. But even when you see the video, bro, Quavo, you just know you can predict that something like that's going to happen, especially if it was, in fact, someone from the Migos that they were with. You can't really blame Quavo for that. I mean, at that point, you got to blame every decision they made throughout the entire night. Like, it's just, we're backtracking too far at that point. There's no point in trying to put blame on somebody. It's just an unfortunate situation. And he wasn't even the target. So it really is like, you're right. You blame the shooter.
Well,
bad aim, man.
Well, RIP to Takeoff.
Exactly. RIP. And fly high, brother.
That one's a tough one, man.
That shit's sad.
And on to more exciting, better, brighter news.
All right, well,
let's get it. Let's get him back on and get the shades back on.
Oh, the hoodie's on, man.
So what's the order? What is it?
I'm a
certified lover boy.
Can you do something for me?